Good morning. Welcome to my garden, Lilac Hill. I am out here on the side of Terry's workshop. This is the wildlife corridor that goes straight through to the neighbor, so the animals can still move through the property. But I want to share this beautiful, huge laurel. It is in full bud, blooming away. The flowers are so scented. It's over the top of the workshop, so when a little bit later I'll stand back and give you the full size. But this is so gorgeous. And the scent. A little bit vanilla-like scent. She's a beauty. It's a really big plant. So yes, back to this wildlife corridor. Terry put down the black edging and the gravel just to clean things up. And we'll leave this side grass, and then obviously this side nice and clean. Then the bins are on little cement pads now. And then right here will be the privacy fence. So the back side of the new patio. And look at these panels Terry put in. The same company as our hosta enclosure gate. So I'll try to find that. And these are like a copper cut or copper look. They're not copper. But I've had the hosta enclosure gate now for quite a few years, and it looks exactly like this. You wouldn't know it wasn't brand new. So we love these panels, and I think they come in quite a few different colors, and we liked the copper. So I think that turned out really well. And Terry's woodwork, all his detail trim. Yeah, they're really beautiful. There's the garden in the morning sun. And this was another new installation, the rain barrel we've had in storage for this downspout. Terry built a cedar box from the boards that he had. And then this rain barrel now will feed or water this end. So I've still got to do the brown edging around the back of the round full sun bed so that this can stay gravel, and then on the other side of the edging will be bark mulch. And I've gone with gravel all the way around, but I have this strip of edging from our previous property, so we might as well use it to as a height so the bark mulch doesn't fall onto the gravel. There's the patio stones. We'll lay those later in the summer. I was at the Powell River Garden Club plant sale yesterday, and of course, you know, I'm not going to buy anything. Right. So very good deals. Most things were $3 or $4, $2, and I got a little, this is a speedwell, and most of these plants are going to be for the hillside. A little campanula. There's a hemerocallis called Lips Lies in Lipstick. It's not really my color palette, but for $2, heck, I'll take a daylily. Nice little plant. A good old-fashioned geranium just for the hill. And then I'm not sure what this is. This is something my neighbor brought over. She gets the things on her travels, so we'll see what it grows into. Almost looks like a type of maybe wild honeysuckle, but we'll see. I'll pot it on. It's in a bit of a small pot. And then they had a little Coreodalis, and a lot of these plants were donated by the garden center, so they've got proven winners tags and the whole bits, but they were really reasonable. And this is called Scarlet Ribbons, another good hillside plant. I've got a yarrow, a white. Now who can resist a name like Peter Cottontail? So this will go in my white sort of moon bed where I've got the mock orange. And this was actually a wish plant. I've always wanted a phylacterum Phylacterum. I should have come out a little bit earlier. They're building a house across the street and now I can hear they're starting up all their equipment. So I'm a little bit late. So you might have to deal with the sound of beeping and gravel trucks. This is a neat plant. This is, I can't even read that. It's apparently, it's a creeping strawberry, wild creeping strawberry. And it was recommended for my hillside. That's great. And then the last one was a little rock rosemary. Where's this one's tag? This one needs some water. Oh, there it is. Yeah, apparently this is a rock rosemary. Pink flowers. Okay, yeah, so things are looking really good. Tour preparations. Lots of gravel's gone down here just to keep it nice and clean. And I want to go down to the front and share my beautiful flowering almond. So this side is primarily wildflowers, perennial wildflower seed that turned into wildflowers to turn into perennials. So there's lupin and the mountain bluette, and there's daisies in here. These daisies are really nice. They're slightly different from each other. This euphorbia came from seed. And I think this is gallery pink lupin. There's a little poppy gonna pop. More wild lupin, purple. So lots of things in here. I think these are the little orange ones. I think they're wallflowers. I'm not sure. Liatris coming up. There's an anemone. This anemone was buried over in amongst the daisies, and I thought I need to have more on this side. This side's a little light. Hopefully I get scabiosa, and also there should be some hyssop coming up. And I have clover for fun because I think the clover is a good pollinator plant. So have the clover. Oh, let's look at this side. So the path got sort of touched up with gravel, but the weeds are really tenacious. They come up anyways. This grass grew by itself, so it can stay. These monkshood are supposed to be dwarf, and they're already in bud. That's cool. And this is a Gibson Scarlet Potentilla. This is the most beautiful red flowers. It is a beautiful red. And then right back there, one of my oldest plants, probably my favorite plant in the whole garden, is my Campanula Cerastro, because it's just been so reliable. It's bloomed for over 20 years, regular, every year for 20 years, and that's a cutting or a division of the parent plant. And I did not expect this globe artichoke to live through winter, but I guess, oh, there's a little spider making his nest in there, so that's good. There's alliums. Yeah, so lots coming up. And this is poppies called Royal Wedding. Creeping Thyme, always sort of entertaining, just a nice herb for spilling over. Supposed to be a coneflower, white coneflower in here, but they're a little bit slow. It's been quite chilly. This is Royal Wedding. It's kind of a gray with purple. It's really an interesting color. There's salvia, rock rose, Abbotswood Potentilla, and my another reliable, probably same age as the Cerastro Campanula, is my original black adder. So I go and order a black adder, mail order, and it's not coming up. But my black adder I had originally has been around for over 20 years. So it just goes to show sometimes plants are stronger than sometimes, and sometimes they just don't make it. Snow Mounts by Rhea. Gorgeous. Look at the arch on this plant. I love arching form. It's one of my favorite forms in the garden. Okay, let's go down here and have a look at the almond. My strawberry arbutus has been in this pot now a couple of weeks, and it's getting bud. Still has these sort of brown spots, but looks like the new foliage is quite healthy. So this might just be a bit of a winter shock. And then on this pot, which is quite big, I'll plant in here some annuals. So I want to share what annuals I've done. Up here, the deck has all been stained, pressure washed first and stained. And there's zinnias going to come up in the green pot, zinnias in the purple pot, sweet peas in the big yellow ceramic pot. And then there's sunflower, eating peas, like consumable peas, not sweet peas, snap peas. And then also in there is going to be some more zinnias. I think that'll look very nice for the tour. Oh, and this is, oh shoot, I can't remember what the name of this. Oh, okay, I have a tag. Japanese bottle brush. That's a great plant. That was a mail order plant, but it's done very well. And I like its little pot. Okay. Let's come over here. Charles Jolie lilac. Very nice. Beautiful lilac, doing exactly what I wanted. Step outside the door and I get to enjoy lilac. Not quite open. It's been cold, so the buds will be opening very soon. There's a helicopter going over top. They always go up to Powell Lake. They look for forest fires and all kinds of things. Very busy area up there. Just letting the helicopter pass. And here it is. Isn't this a beautiful shrub? This is so old. This goes back to early 2000s when I was with the Maple Ridge Garden Club, and the members used to have plant sales, and one of the members that sold a lot of plants was Edie Hollis, and I actually think that might be her viola down there as well. And this is just an amazing plant. It's a Prunus glandulosa alba plena, and it gets these gorgeous little white flowers. Zoom in. So that is so nice to see a plant that I've had forever come back. So it's time for a cleanup in here now. I can cut the hyacinths back, and the Daphne was very showy. And this is a lilac bloomerang. It's a Proven Winners lilac. It's also going to flower soon. It's a lovely dark color. There's still some little double daffodils. The crocuses are finished, and then of course the beautiful double rose of Sharon. I think that one's called Blushing Bride. Oh, and look at Miss Kim being quite pushy here. Lilac. And that's the original Royal Wedding Poppy. And lots of things coming up in here. Okay, so that is the beautiful flowering almond. And if I turn around and look at Terry's panels again, and you can see behind the panels to the left, it's the giant laurel. Look how big it is compared to the workshop. So that is a beautiful laurel shrub in all its glory, higher than the workshop. And it is in full flower. And then the laurel hedge that we put in a few years ago is also doing good. Looks like it's got a bit of deer nibbles, but not too bad. It's had a couple spots where the deer were eating it really badly, so I had to net it because I don't want that end to be low. The deer seems to go for the ends of the laurels rather than the middle, maybe because of the vehicle. Yeah, all right. So now you've seen the beautiful laurel, and that's fragrance is so nice. Come out and smell the laurel. There's the garden, early morning. Well, it's about 8 o'clock. Looking really pretty. Oh, there's Sherry's sign from my birthday gift last year. And that's going to be one of the first things the tour participants will see when they come on. Oh, look who's visiting. Oh, goodness, I have to zoom in. Ah, that's hilarious. The big gray-tail squirrels are actually an invasive species. Yeah, but I love them. I think he's a adorable and gorgeous. There's a little bit of seed on the ground. Yes, I think you're pretty, even if you are a bad invasive species. So I've done some annuals. Let's look at those. Oh, just let me oh, you can hear the trucks firing up for the building going across the street, so I'll have to wind up. It's pretty noisy. He's probably coming down the hill to turn around. He's ruining my video with his machinery. I've gone with gravel all the way around just to define the area. I think it looks really nice. So here are my, oh, that sounds like cement being poured. Great. I should have come out earlier. These are my annuals. I did some stalks and some osteospermum with my beautiful light. Old light, it doesn't work anymore. The wiring's all done, but I still sort of keep it just looking like it's solar. Very old. And then this side has more. It's like a mirror of that. So the garden is looking really good. But I think I'm going to wind up because of the cement truck is ruining my ambiance. All right, let's end by having a look at Lilac Lavender Lady on the hill. This area is getting ready for bark mulch. So anything behind the bricks will get compost, and anything in the front here will get bark mulch because that's solid clay and I don't have the strength to dig it into a bed. And I think bark mulch will look good. And then to add interest, I'm doing all of this pots that are empty in, I'm going to be adding pots. I think I'm going to do the marigolds here, orange and yellow, because it'll play up on Coral Sunset, peony, and it'll just go with the other shades that are all in here. Euphorbia Bonfire, an Ascot Rainbow, and Tasmanian Tiger. This is an Agapanthus growing here. I guess I'm not winding up. I thought I was going to wind up, but there's just so much to look at. Oh, this is Peony Paula Fay. She's just about ready to open. There's the big pot I did for the hill. And as you get beyond the hedging, you can really hear how my hedging works as a screen. And that looks like the sunflowers are coming up in here. White lilac, and look at the euphorbia. And then that's my hillside down there, which I'll show another time. There's Lilac Lavender Lady. Oh, and behind here, very quickly, is a really interesting plant. So that plant over there is a very sort of plant of interest. It doesn't look like much, but it's actually a heartleaf oxeye. Oh, here's some more annuals. And I've got a little baby of it over here. So this is a heartleaf oxeye. And it is a Telechia speciosa. And it is from the Darts Hill Garden Conservatory in Surrey. Francesca Dart gifted her garden 5 acres to the city of Surrey. And you can look it up at www.dartshill.ca. And that is a heartleaf oxeye. Gets sort of a hearty, heavy yellow gold flower. But again, I've had this for, this predates when I was marking my tags. So very old plant. Okay, peonies looking gorgeous. We're gonna have a noisy summer with house building, but that's okay because they've got a beautiful new home they're putting in. And by ending with my glass house on this lovely May morning, thank you for watching.